Hey guys, welcome into the kitchen. Happy to be here with you today. I'm happy because we're doing shrimp risotto, a good dish. Risotto, one of my favorite things. It's gonna be nice and creamy. It's gonna be so good. Can't wait till you guys see it. We're gonna cook up some good shrimp for you. We're gonna pair that with a breakfast brew, just a little coffee drink. I'm anticipating getting full from the risotto. The starch always fills me up. So we're gonna get started. I want you guys to come on into the kitchen. We're gonna get rolling. This is Cooking Today. Okay guys, welcome into Cooking Today. We are doing one of my favorite dishes today. We're gonna do shrimp risotto. Risotto is one of those dishes that I get a lot of questions about. How do I do it right? My wife is afraid to do it. My husband's afraid to do it. We don't know how to do it. Man, it is super simple as long as you follow a couple of little techniques, and we're gonna try real hard to go through that. Right off the bat, I have about a tablespoon of oil in my pan. I also have about a quarter stick of butter already melted in my pan. It's pretty much ready to go. It's browned off. And I went ahead and chopped my onion. I diced it up. And I'm using a red onion today just for color for the risotto, so it looks really nice. But we're making a shrimp and basil risotto today. But first we have to get the rice cooked. And I'll tell y'all, this is just a process of just working real hard to get it there, okay? And what we want out of our onions here is to get going with a little translucence. And I'm gonna bring the arborio rice in. It's an Italian style rice. You just pick up whatever kind you can find in the store. Really a good item. I mean, the ingredients should only be arborio rice. That should be it. And I'm gonna go right into my skillet here with about a cup or so. Okay. And the goal here is just to get that rice started, the browning process. Okay, we want to get a little bit of caramelization on it. And the butter will help us with that before we add our stock to it. We're just going to let it soak up some of that good butter and that good oil. It's going to be great. Okay? Just like that. Now, it's going to be a process. And really, from this point, you guys, this is a 19-minute, and I mean, go. We'll set the timer and it's going to be 19 minutes. But I have a real good caramel going here, and I'm going to add my chicken stock slowly. I don't want to cool the pan down completely. We want to add it slowly in every single time. Okay. I'm going to add just a little bit more here. All right, and we're going to keep an eye on it while we go. I'm going to get some basil leaves picked. I'm going to move that right there out of the way. And we'll get some fresh basil leaves picked. And these are still available right now in January, February, this early part of the year. This is still available, fresh basil, in the produce department. Okay, but we need just a little bit. And so what I'm gonna do here is chiffonade it, and what we'll do is just roll it up with our fingers, just as tight as we can get it, and then, like I always do, I'm gonna build a bridge right there so that I'm protected from that knife, and I am gonna just get it as fine as I can. Okay? Try not to hurt myself. Okay, we're gonna just park that for now. Those little onions there. And I mean, I'm gonna keep as close an eye on the risotto as I can, on the arborio rice as I can. Because what we're trying to do from here is just make sure we soak up all that liquid. And it's gonna happen relatively quickly. Okay, but we wanna make sure that we add more stock to it once all the liquid is gone. So, I mean, again, you guys, 19-minute process. If you shorten it up, your rice is going to be too hard. And if you go much longer than that, it's going to be mushy and not be al dente like we need it, because we're going to have to recook it once we put the shrimp together with it. So, you guys just hang tight, okay? We're going to keep on cooking. I'm probably going to add a little more stock. We'll be back in just a little bit. Just hang on. We'll come back to cooking today. Stay with me. So with these shrimp, make sure that you get them nice and cooked before you start serving them. And with the risotto, you're gonna reheat them right in with the arborio rice. So you can undercook them just a little bit at the beginning, but you want to make sure that they're good and they're done. Just, man, they're succulent and they're so good. They pair so well with this. And I'll make a suggestion to you too. You might try a little basil with this, maybe a little corn. Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking Today. We have worked real hard to get our risotto to al dente, our arborio rice to al dente. And I've set it aside, I've taken it off the heat and set it aside. And we're just gonna hang on to it for just a bit. And we're gonna get started with our shrimp. We have these beautiful 16, 20 count shrimp. They're peeled and deveined. They do still have the tail on them, but there are 16 to 20 of them to a pound. If you ever wonder what those numbers mean on the front of your shrimp, that's what it is. It's just a count of how many to a pound. So 16 to 20, I always average it at 18. There should be 18 shrimp to a pound. So we have about a pound here. And on the stovetop, I have a large skillet going with just a little bit of oil in it. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make our risotto here and roll on with it. And our first order of business is to get our shrimp going. We're gonna add those right to our skillet. There is a lot of water in the shrimp. I mean, there's always gonna be water in them. You can drain them, dry them, do the best you can with them. There's always gonna be some water to it, okay? So just be real careful when you're adding it to the oil that you don't, water and oil don't mix. And so you just want to be real careful you don't get a lot of splashback from the shrimp. Okay? Take our Tones grinder and add salt, wonderful sea salt to it. We'll add black pepper right in. Okay. And what we're going to do here, I'm going to take our white cooking wine and just add us a little bit to it. Just so we have a little steam going and a little bit of liquid in our pan as well. Okay, get that over the burner, chef. Okay, put our wine away. You see they're starting to change color here for us. They're going to be nice. So we'll just try real hard to flip each one of them over. Try not to overcook these. It is shrimp. We'll tell you that lesson again. They will cook really quickly. So you want to work real fast with these guys. Okay. Get all of them flipped over and let them cook on the other side, man. And I just love the smell of shrimp. I mean, they're so good. I could eat these every day. I could eat shrimp every day. I have a 10-year-old that really likes it too. Okay, we got all our shrimp turned over. I'm going to add just a little bit more salt and pepper right to it. Okay. We have some sun-dried tomatoes here. And I'm just going to get a little bit better finely chop on them. They're julienne, but we're going to get just a little bit finer. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and add these right now so they will start to rehydrate with that liquid from the wine. Okay, just mix those around. It's going to be so nice. Okay. We'll also go ahead and at this point we're going to add our corn right to the dish. And this is just IQF corn and instant quick frozen corn. You can use canned, you use whatever you guys want. If you want to take it right off the husk, you go right ahead. Whatever you have, whatever you want to use. Okay, we want to let that come back up. All right. And I'm going to go ahead at this point and add just a little bit of our basil to get some of the sweetness building in at the bottom. All right. Man, that's looking really good, just like it is. All right. You guys, you stay right there. We're going to take just a little bit of a break. We got to pay a couple of bills here. We're going to come back. We're going to add the risotto, the arborio rice right to it, and we're going to finish it out with a little cream, a little cheese. You guys hang on. We'll be back in just a second. Check out this episode and all the recipes on nwahomepage.com under the Cooking Today tab. Like us on Facebook, just search for Cooking Today. Check out this episode and all the episodes on YouTube, just search Cooking Today. Okay, and we're going to be using cream here for our risotto, so we're going to make sure we taste it and make sure it's seasoned real well. Okay, and I've added just enough broth to get it started again. We'll add a little bit more, just a little bit, and right now I'm going to start adding our cream to it. Okay, this dish should be creamy. It should be smooth. It's going to be so good. Okay, and we'll just blend it real well. Start moving it around. And I'll tell you, it smells so heavenly. Wait till we add the cheese. You guys are going cheese with shrimp? Oh yeah, we're gonna add some cheese to it, you guys, a little jack. Okay. I'm gonna add just a little bit more fresh basil to it right here, at this point. Okay, and I've added the cream that I need in there, so I'm going to season one last time. Salt and pepper. Please make sure you season it. It'll only make everybody happy. Okay. Now watch this. What we're going to do here is add just a little bit of jack cheese to it. Give it that last little bit. We're going to just make it nice and creamy. Look at that. Look at that. Just another dimension added to it with the cheese. Just going to make this a wonderful little dish. Okay. Let me grab a little taster out of the drawer. Oh, you guys. I think we got the seasoning perfect. I think the dish is ready too. Watch this. We're going to come here with this nice dish. What we'll do, try and get all the shrimp kind of set to the side. Or we can get all the rice out first, as much of it as we can. Anyway, watch this, you guys. Check it out. There's going to be shrimp all the way through the dish. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. think the family's gonna like me. Okay, what we'll do here, right at the end, we're gonna hit it with just a little fresh basil. You could even take some nice leaves if you want. Check this out. Add a little nice basil leaf to it. This is shrimp and basil risotto. Oh, that is made with love. That's made with love right there. So good. So my secret to the risotto is just the timing. 19 minutes. If you want to be real sure, 20 minutes of cook time. Add you some stock. Make sure you stay with it. Risotto is one of those dishes you cannot walk away from. You got to stick with it all the time. But 20 minutes and you got a really good creamy risotto. You put it all together and it works beautifully.